What's up, guys? It is the Bad Wolf, also known as the Man in Black. Let's get going. So this video should be quite entertaining. We're about to quiet some of the masses out there who believe that you absolutely, positively have to pay taxes. Now, understand that there are laws and things that most of these people don't understand. I'm not going to run through in this particular video the beginnings of the IRS system and when things were adopted and enacted. We're just going to kind of crash in about a day after all of that, okay? So the short version of it is this. Congress gave them the ability to tax within their jurisdiction. But what is their jurisdiction? Everybody thinks it's anywhere they want it to be. Not exactly. They can tax within the District of Columbia and any of its territories or anywhere where a U.S. citizen is generating income. Now, that sounds pretty broad, and it actually is. The reason being is because if you're in Australia and you classify what you're generating down there as income, and you, whether it's an employer or whatever else, refer to yourself as a U.S. citizen, then yeah, you're taxable. However, I challenge you with the thought of U.S. citizen because did you know? Let me start off with something you already know. I mean, let's not jump into something that you're going to be like, well, it's all questionable. So, when denoting yourself as a U.S. citizen, what is that thing that you've called yourself before? If you're born in Florida, you've heard the term Floridian, right? Did you know that Floridian, that term has standing in law, which means it's a law, positive law, the Constitution, the government recognizes that as its own separate, unique thing, and that means that you, like a New Yorker and a California, are tax exempt as a Native American. And no, you don't have to have Native American blood when you're born in North America. You're native to America, so you are in fact a Native American, and that is the Republic state, the organic, the de jure of the United States of America. Don't believe me? Look up GPO, Government Publishing Office, Style Manual, and then skim down to section 5.23 and read it for yourself before emailing me. Know who you are. What is the old Latin term? Know thyself. I think they use that in the Matrix. You don't even know yourself. A lot of people feel some type of way about the information I'm sharing, though I've been beating the courts since I was 19, self-taught, IQ over 161. So I guess I kind of know some things. You feel some type of way. And I get it. I felt some type of way before I heard a lot of this information too. And then I started studying it. And then I found one day that though some people have a misinterpretation of some of this information, they were still on point. But I improved upon what a lot of these people were doing because you have to start to understand that this is a jurisdictional thing. Which jurisdiction are you operating under? Under 8 U.S.C. 1101, 22A and B, and you can look this up on Cornell Law EDU, you have the right to be regarded as a national or a U.S. citizen. Don't believe me that you're also a national? Okay. Cornell Law EDU and hi Cornell Law EDU. I know you guys watch me. Underneath their code or the federal code, which is hosted on their website, 8 U.S.C. 1401, and for me, A would apply. A person born in the United States, meaning the geographic America, the republic, not the corporation. Corporation is under US 8 USC 9-307, letter H, location of the debtor. The entire United States corporation is located in the District of Columbia. How can the entire United States be inside of just the District of Columbia? This is a corporation. There's a difference between the United States and the United States of America. You can ask ChatGPT that if you don't believe me. Ask it, what are all the definitions of the United States? It'll give them to you. I've already done that show. So a U.S. citizen is, in fact, somebody who's born in the District of Columbia and their territories. However, you and me, we were born as nationals or state citizens first, and then we acquired the U.S. citizenship through their guises and means of the birth certificate issued by the state. Not the one from the hospital or the one with the baby feet print on there. Those are the ones they don't want you to have or know about. And they don't want you to think too hardly about the one that they issued you with a QSIP number on there, and it's actually a bond. I digress. I yield the floor to you, good sir. Thank you. Let's get back to it. Glad you asked. All right. So I'm just a madman in the box. So do whatever you guys want to do your own research. So once again, you can be in Australia, and if you make the proper or improper designation of your compensation from your labor and you call it income, when in fact income is for a non-living entity, a corporation that is for profit operating in the United States or its territories. You look pretty alive to me and you're not a corporation. However, what you've done is portrayed yourself to be that entity. And you want your entity known as the straw man or your name in all capitalized letters on the state level to be regarded as a legal person. And that legal person you regarded as to be taxable. That's called making an election. That's why the process from the IRS says there's such a thing as called the revocation of election. But if you choose to be a U.S. citizen and you want to adjust how much you're paying the IRS and your taxes through your withholding agent known as your employer, you can do so. You can adjust it. There's forms for that. Or you can eliminate it. And don't quote me, this comes from many HR departments out there when utilizing this information and talking to some of my students and whatever else. They say, well, if you're exempt on the federal level, you're exempt on the state level for taxes. But state may not know that. So that's a different process of letting them know. So let's get back to it. So now that you understand what's going on, and like I said, there's more history with the IRS and whatever else. I just did a video on the history of the Social Security number and whatever else. Let's break out some more inconvenient truths, shall we? There's actually no law that says you have to pay taxes, but when you make an election, you are then required to. But it's also, you can't just quit and stop paying taxes. You can't just go, well, I don't want to pay them anymore. You opted in, you have to learn to update or opt out of these things. And I've made other videos on the various forms that you can use or look up yourself, the W8BEN, the was the 8233, the W4V, the 15103, 1040 NR. And we're going to get into, though I've made videos on almost all of those files. This is for the naysayers out there who don't believe you can just not pay taxes. Now, I will probably sit down at some point in time and break down the very long, boring history of it. But I'm giving you guys a crash course here. So let's take a look at what the IRS themselves say about not paying taxes. Shall we? Oh, okay, this is the part where you guys are supposed to show like a flashy intro and some music, a little montage, and no. And I guess I have to do it myself. Share screen. There it is. There it is. There it is. All right. So as you guys can see up here, I will highlight this. IRS.gov. IRM Part 25, IRM 25, all the rest is numbers and gobbledygook. But you can literally type in 25.1.1.3.3 IRS.gov and come to the same page. So I do not want to get any more sassy ass emails from people. Oh, you can't do email. The IRS section right here, this is what they call tax avoidance versus evasion. Most of the times you guys get a letter in the mail and it says tax evasion, tax evader, taxpayer, you are doing evasion. They are making an assumption. They are making an assumption. They are like the thirsty dude at the bar closed, 2:30 in the morning, trying to get baby girl over there. Hey, girl, trying to grab your hand, which I swear for God, if I was out at the club and you grab my girl's hand, I'm going to punch you right in your mouth meat. Just saying, educationally speaking. Baby girl, come here, come here, come here, come here. Aren't you doing? Don't you want this? Don't you want a shot? Don't you want to come over by my house? They're doing the same thing. Aren't you doing evasion? Aren't you doing evasion? Aren't you doing evasion? Because you didn't know to rebut their titles and say, hey, whoa, I'm not a taxpayer. And mind you have to have other paperwork in place, and this is not going to help people who are doing actual tax evasion. These are the people who want to practice what's known as tax avoidance. These are their words. I don't understand how people give me thumbs down on video sometimes, and I'm literally reading right from the IRS's website. This is not me. I am not clever enough to fake an IRS website, nor would I ever want to. I would not play those games. You do not play with these people. But what you need to know and learn how to do is to work with these people. Ask these people the right questions. That's the people's problem. So many people out there watching my videos and they feel some type of way. Constitution doesn't protect your feelings, pal. Okay, buddy, chum, guy smiley, buddy, old pal. Yeah, you got bupkis. You feel some type of way because you feel like this is an attack on your system, and because you do taxes and stuff. Well, here it is. So I haven't moved from the screen. I really want you to sit here and read this. When you do it the proper way, it is called tax avoidance. It is not tax evasion unless you're actually doing evasion. And educationally speaking, if you don't do it quite right or you're not sure, they can elude that it is evasion. You need to correct them. I'm trying to practice tax avoidance. Maybe I messed up. I come here with clean hands. Help me to do it the right way. Ask questions. You're not asking. You're at P. Diddy's back party grabbing your ankles. You're just taking it. Take that, take that, take that. Can't stop. Can't stop. Bad boy. Because you're not asking any of these agencies or agents the right questions. They send you these letters and you guys candy up and cower and hide. You hope it goes away, and then they get to do whatever they want to do. Take that, take that, take that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Diddy, no, stop. Diddy. You have a remedy. And we're going to show you a little bit more of that. So let's just listen to what it says.
Avoidance of tax is not a criminal offense.
Did you hear that? Avoidance. If you avoid being hit by the semi, that's not slightly, right? Because then you still would have been hit. You avoided it. So if you're avoiding, that's 100%. You 100% avoided it. Avoidance of tax is not a criminal offense. Let's keep going.
Offense. Taxpayers have the right to reduce, avoid, or minimize their taxes by legitimate means.
Did you hear that? They like to still call you a taxpayer because if they can see you in their system, they're going to refer you as taxpayer. They're not going to change this title. If I was a petty man, I would, on anything that they sent me, I would put a line through taxpayer, put private citizen, or put non in front of it. non-taxpayer, but okay. Taxpayers, because I'm rebutting their presumption. Don't presume I'm your property. You have an account in your system with an all capitalized name as a legal person. If anything, I would be the potentially responsible party to handle its affairs, but I assume no physical nor financial liability for it. The straw man is the responsible party for us. We are not the responsible party for it. You have the right to reduce, avoid. Do you know what avoid means? A void. Avoid, not void, avoid, meaning to 100% miss, zero. You have the right to reduce or avoid. So if you're avoiding paying taxes, it's not reducing it, you're path reducing it. You're zero. You're the void is zero. If there's no what's in there, sir? Captain. Captain Picard. Yes, number one. What's before us? It's a void, sir. There's nothing in there. It's a void. It's empty. So we should go around it. Yes. So we're going to avoid nothing, zero. Taxpayers have the right to reduce, avoid, or minimize. Well, reduce generally and minimize are kind of the same thing. So it's right here. Your taxes by legitimate means. Go. Let's keep reading.
Means. One who avoids tax does not conceal or misrepresent, but shapes and pre-plans events to reduce or eliminate tax liability within the parameters of the law.
Did you hear that, number one? You hear the part here where it says pre-plan? That means before you plan, you plan. Before you take on the event of claiming to be a U.S. citizen at your employer. Remember, the straw man represents you. So when you're filling out the paperwork, which is the event, you need to think about how to fill out the paperwork, which is what we do here at blacksite32.com, jamesclovett.com, Badwolf, Unincorporated.com. Paperwork we give you free, okay? Some free samples. Made the videos. If you need help, we can help step you through. Otherwise, the videos pretty much handle all of it. It says to reduce, and look, right here, for all you ball juggling ignoramuses, not my good people who already know that I'm speaking the truth. What does it say? For those people in the back, eliminate tax liability. Eliminate. When you know where to look, they have to tell you the truth if you're smart enough to understand the words. And this is easy. I've read some stuff that even for me, I was like, okay, y'all really lost me here, and this is some interpretation type stuff. But all this stuff is supposed to be able to be written easily to be understood by any average person of average intelligence, and average intelligence is about an 80. Okay. Eliminate. Okay. I'm going to go Doctor Who on you. Eliminate. Eliminate tax liability within the parameters of the law. So they're saying the law condones you, and it has parameters, within, which means you're inside of something. You're inside of their law, this system, and you can eliminate your tax liability. I don't understand why it's so hard. Everybody wants to challenge everything. You're challenging the person bringing you information, and I'm not mad at you for that because you should vet all the information. But before challenging me, well, how about you read this for yourself, hear what I'm saying, and then go and challenge yourself to read this. Challenge, be mad at the people taxing you. How are you going to be bothered by me showing you these freedoms and rights? If you're a true American, this should anger you. But some of you hobnobs want to bother me and send me emails, which I only really delete anyway, and then I block your email. So it's quite hilarious. I actually enjoy. If I had to tell you, I have a secret guilty pleasure when I do get those crappy emails. I love adding to my block list. So by all means, or the people put my videos of me up on their YouTube channel. As much as I don't like it, it is fabulous for my numbers. Because all those people go, well, I'm going to go check out this guy. And they're like, oh, snap. He's telling the truth. And he's not charging a cajillion dollars. And he's not being rude to me. He's not calling me out on my name. And he's not hard to reach. He's using his real name. He's not hiding behind a fake name and a fake this and a fake account and sunglasses and capes and mysterious smoke and all that other. No. If you're a real American, you should be able to stand up, use your real name. Here's my real face. This is what I do. What does this say here for the people in the back? One last time, and let's move on. Eliminate tax liability within the parameters of the law. It's called tax avoidance. There, I said it. I ain't seen nobody make a video on this. Oh, the wolf got that from somebody else. Okay, show me. Show me who made a video on this right here. I brought you guys so many first-time things, only for people to take them and squirrel them away and make claim that it's theirs and not give me a shout out. But it's cool because you know what, at the end of the day, the information is still getting out, and that is what's superior. It's not about me. I'm just trying to help people live a little bit better of life. I've been using these things for years. I've known their codes. I'm just bringing you guys all the stuff I've learned over the last almost 40 years now. All right, let's keep going.
Law. Evasion involves some affirmative act to evade or defeat a tax or payment of tax. Examples of affirmative acts are deceit, subterfuge, camouflage, concealment, attempts to color or obscure events, or make things seem other than they are.
That's evasion, and they have the right. Okay, notice there's like one paragraph on avoidance, and then all the rest is all about evasion. They don't really like to mention and talk about this. This is their dirty little secret right here, guys. Right now, people at the IRS got a bubble gut, not just because of Trump, but because your boy right here. This is it right here. Let's keep going.
Part 25. Special topics.
Oh, hold on. How did we jump over here when I just hit play? That's funny. All right. Anyway, we can stop sharing. Boom. Maybe the AI heard it. It's like, nope, nope, shut it down. Shut it down. All right. So what else do we have on the chopping block here? That was pretty funny though. All right. So we got another thing that came up when I typed in about tax avoidance, and I'm not going to go through it all in this particular video, but I will show it to you. So if you guys want to go ahead and jump start, you can. I'm just going to give you guys a little tad taste of it right now. So within the IRS taxing department, there is, hold on, let me, there's a division called TAS, which is Taxpayer Advocate Service, your voice at the IRS. You can submit a request for assistance with your taxes. If you're not able to pay them, if you're facing immediate threat, you didn't receive a response, all this at the Taxpayer advocate.irs.gov. No, I don't get any compensation from them. I'm going to make a whole video on this section and the Bill of Rights coming up. I just want to give you guys a little taste because I always try to over and outperform for you guys. Huzzah. All right, so you guys know about that. Now, I'm going to give you another little tad taste. They have a form for that. Here it is. Form 911. request for taxpayer advocate service assistance. Put your name in, your EIN, etc., social, ITIN, etc., best time to call, what form numbers you're having problems with. This will pause and help assist your IRS scenario. I'm not saying to use this to prolong, but there are forms that you can use to ask for more time or to tell them you're going to be late, which is the 15103. But we also talked about the 15103 also as a way to do your revocation of taxes. All right. So it's a whole process. You can't just use one piece and go. I mean, they're okay with that because then they get to bother you later on. So watch the videos I have on the taxing or do a consultation to figure it out. Okay. But these are the parts of it. You need assistance from them so they can help work on your things or make special things happen for you. Oh, this person needs more time. Oh, you can't charge them that much. This is it right here. All right. All right. Let's see what else do we have in the box on this right here. I'll make a whole video on form and the service. This one is just about tax avoidance. So now, okay, share the screen, and then we'll be able to wrap this dirt bag some a bit up real quick like. All right. So, what is tax avoidance with the IRS? Tax avoidance is the use of legal methods to reduce taxable income or tax owed. So when they say income or tax owed means you can owe zero. It says legal methods of reducing taxable income or tax owed. All right. Now, this is the web's version of it. So it doesn't read as clean as the IRS, where it said eliminate and avoid. So here, the system is trying to still yet say, oh, well, make it seem like, oh, you can reduce it a little bit of your taxes that are owed, you know. We literally just seen. So do you see how, depending on where you go for your information, it can be trash? Most of you guys never even heard of the term tax avoidance. And you got this guy. All right, let's go. What are all of my legal options to do tax avoidance? Six ways of avoiding or reducing taxes. All right, so they're giving you some basic ones right here. This office right here can help you out with avoidance as well. So a lot of people just tell people, I don't want to pay taxes, but everybody thinks to themselves, well, but we have to. It's the law. And we already covered that. You're not asking the right questions. I would like to undergo or perform tax avoidance, and I would like to lean towards elimination or significantly reduce. And I'll tell you this: if you go to CPA or somebody who owns their own tax company, they're going to be a whole lot better for you than your normal places that charge in the stores, because the ones that charge get a percentage usually of what you make and pay. Some just have a flat fee, so that's good too. But still, yet they're told not to go crazy, right? Most of you guys have almost never had a stupidly significant reduced tax obligation, right? There's a reason why. There's money there. Anywhere, my mom used to always say, anywhere where there's money, people be funny, right? So that's it, guys. So now you know that tax elimination, tax avoidance versus tax evasion is in fact a real thing, and it is supported by the law. They said it right there on the IRS website. So let's see how many thumbs down I accidentally get. Who in their right mind is going to thumbs down and say, well, that's stupid, you should pay taxes, after I literally just showed you that the IRS themselves say you can practice tax avoidance? Because that's how I know when I see those thumbs down, those are haters. So hate on, haters. It's okay, because there's more people that like the free, good information that I give to them that helps them on a daily basis versus you not liking me, helping the people who want to be helped to live a better life and save some cheddar and some dinero in their pocket. But you have yourself a good day, you hear? Talk to you guys later. Don't forget to check out blacksite32.com. I appreciate that bell, like, and subscribe. Smack it, flip it, rub it down for me a little bit. Well, maybe not rub it down. No diddy. So that's it, guys. I'll talk to you later. Have a great day, and try to find a reason to you know, stay positive and smile. And I challenge you, go 24 hours. And if you do this, which I haven't had anybody say they have yet, go 24 hours without saying one negative thing, one lie, one inaccuracy, one untruth. Go 24 hours. And if you can do that and you find it to be an odd thing for your mind, email me and tell me you did it. You'll see why when and if you can do it. I don't expect too many people to take the challenge, because that's just how society is built. But have a good day, guys. I appreciate you. Enjoy your life.